Emotional maturity often means a person handles feelings and stress in a balanced, healthy way. In fact, the American Psychological Association defines emotional maturity as a high and appropriate level of emotional control and expression. In relationships, emotional maturity helps people stay calm, be responsible, and keep conflicts from spiraling out of control. So if you're dating or considering a long-term commitment, how can you tell if she's truly emotionally mature? In this video, we'll walk through 7 clear signs that indicate an emotionally mature woman, each with a simple explanation, a real-life example, and some psychological insight. A mature partner owns her mistakes instead of making excuses. She considers how her actions affect others and sincerely apologizes if she's hurt someone. Psychologists note that emotionally mature people are able to easily apologize, take responsibility, and be accountable for their actions. For example, imagine she promised to pick you up but forgot. Instead of blaming you or ignoring it, she calls, says sorry, I messed up, and suggests a solution. Can I make it up to you tomorrow? That kind of accountability shows self-awareness and respect. It builds trust because she isn't pushing blame onto you or hiding her faults. In short, an emotionally mature woman admits when she's wrong and treats mistakes as a learning opportunity. She doesn't bottle things up or play mind games. An emotionally mature woman knows what she feels and can say so openly. She's able to recognize emotions inside her, like anger or jealousy, and express them honestly, rather than acting out or shutting down. For instance, if she's upset that you were late, she calmly says, I felt worried when you didn't show, instead of silently stewing. Psychotherapist Hope Gillette points out that mature adults know how you feel and freely communicate your emotions. On the flip side, she's also a good listener. When you talk about your stress or dreams, she listens attentively and responds with sensitivity. This open communication and active listening is a sign of high emotional intelligence. She can share her inner world and make you feel heard.
Wait a second. Are you ready for more incredible content? Then don't just watch, become part of our family. Click that subscribe button and join the crew. Drop a like below if you're on board, and share this video to spread the word. Your engagement is our fuel. Get involved and let's ignite the conversation.
Healthy boundaries are a cornerstone of maturity. That means she's clear about her needs and limits, with respect for yours too. For example, maybe she needs me time on weekends to recharge, and she says so, I need a quiet day after work, but let's do something fun tomorrow. A mature woman won't guilt trip you for saying no to something that makes you uncomfortable, nor will she let others cross her emotional lines. Very Well Mind notes that setting boundaries is a form of self-care, self-love, and self-respect. In practice, this looks like balance. She might say no to late-night plans when she's exhausted, but she also respects if you do the same. This mutual respect for personal space and limits means less drama. She values a balanced relationship where both partners feel safe and independent. She can put herself in your shoes. When you're upset or excited, she tunes into your feelings rather than turning everything back on herself. Very Well Mind explains that emotionally mature people are able to take the focus off of their own needs and focus on the emotional realities of others. They have empathy and show compassion to others, treating people with respect. In everyday terms, that means if you've had a terrible day at work, she might listen quietly and say, that must be so frustrating, rather than dismissing your feelings. Or if you're celebrating a win, she celebrates with you genuinely. This respectful approach helps both partners move on and prevents grudges. A mature woman also knows when to disengage if things get out of hand. She won't be drawn into name-calling or sulking. She tackles problems directly and kindly, which makes your relationship more stable and less draining. Life throws curveballs, and she stays adaptable. If plans change at the last minute, she rolls with it instead of freaking out. If she loses her job or faces a setback, she doesn't spiral into panic. Instead, she uses healthy coping strategies. Very Well Mind emphasizes that a mature person won't ignore stress or push it away. They learn how to manage stress through self-care, keeping calm, and self-regulating. For example, if work is overwhelming, she might unwind with a workout or tell you about her frustrations instead of lashing out. Picture this story. Her boss criticizes her, but she takes a deep breath and later discusses ways to improve, rather than stewing silently or quitting on a whim. Psychologically, this flexibility and stress management reflect a high level of resilience. She's open-minded about solutions. Remember, mature people are flexible and open-minded, and doesn't let anxiety derail her. In a relationship, this means she won't panic over minor crises. You can trust her to stay grounded when things get tough. An emotionally mature woman knows she's a whole person outside the relationship, and she trusts you do too. She maintains her own friends, hobbies, and goals instead of relying on you for all her happiness. Research on healthy couples notes that partners who stay independent, each partner feels free to pursue their own interests and maintain individual identities, actually strengthen their bond. In other words, she has confidence in herself and doesn't need to be clinging or jealous. At the same time, she likely has a secure attachment style, meaning she trusts easily and feels safe in the relationship. For example, you'll find she both supports your personal growth and encourages hers. She's comfortable being alone sometimes. She enjoys her work and friends, but also knows how to lean on you when needed. Psychotherapist Sephora Ray explains that emotional maturity is strongly linked to secure attachments developed from early trust and care. In day-to-day life, that looks like not keeping score or fearing you'll leave her. She's able to form a balanced, trusting relationship with you, free from constant anxiety or control. In summary, an emotionally mature partner is responsible, communicative, and compassionate. She admits when she's wrong, talks openly about her feelings, and empathizes with what you're going through. She sets healthy boundaries and handles conflict in a calm, solution-focused way. She also manages her own stress with healthy habits and stays flexible when life changes. Finally, she retains her independence while building a secure, trusting bond. All of these traits together point to emotional maturity, someone capable of a stable, supportive, long-term relationship. Share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories about emotional maturity in dating. Thanks for watching, and remember, spotting these signs early can lead you to a healthier, happier relationship. See you in the next one.